Charge it to the game. Charge it to the game. I just charge it to the game. I'm just trying to make a name. I'm just trying to make a name. I'm just trying to make a name. I'm just trying to make a name.
What's good, world? You're now rocking with one of your favorite Brooklyn Knights, Callahan, Calico, Cali for sure, whichever one you want to call me. Brooklyn coated but polished. You already know what it is. This is a real deep episode. A real relaxation, real deep in thought, brainstorming, and deep thought episode. This is a tribute to all the decent men out there, the stand-up good guys out there that's doing everything that is asked of them, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Whether if you're in a relationship with your woman, or even for my underdog podcaster, all the brothers of all colors, that's representing for the women, that's definitely feminist. And again, I'm gonna just put this out there. A feminist doesn't mean that you're a woman and that you have to be a woman. I'm gonna just put that out there a fucking again. Feminist means it is a movement for representing and being a voice and representing for women's rights. So any gender can be a feminist. So don't let anybody tell you different, of course, whether if it's a male or female. And if they do, they fucking dead wrong. They very uneducated, and they're definitely a bunch of fucking morons. I tell them in their face, in person, that they're morons. But anyway, we ain't going, cause I'm kind of agitated, cause it's like enough is enough. Like with people putting out false information on these platforms. You got these babies that look up to these women, these guys, but most importantly, these young ladies, they look up to these women. And it's sad that these grown, whole entire full grown women be always putting out the narrative with this, and the narrative that they always put out there, they still even indirectly be coming for the male species, period. They still be digging, jabbing. Like, it seems like pretty much evidently and obviously clear to me that you don't like men low key. You can't. Ain't no way in hell. You can't. Because every time I turn around, you putting out a false narrative, or you always putting out the negative, like the negative information. Every time that's your go-to. It's like what they used to say about Keisha, you know who, C, the R&B singer. Every time she put out an album, like 1/3 of her album she dropped, it's about breakup, or a man undid you wrong. It's like all these long years go by, 15 or 20 years go by, and you still feel like that, almost 30, and you still feel like that. That means you need to go get help, man. That means you got to go get help, professional help. Like it's way past just the average you broken. You got to go seek professional help, man. That's no good. But my thing is like, don't go out your way, you know, to put a false narrative out there and false information just for your ratings to go up and things like that. You know, just to get your page shooting sky high through the roof, you know, on some success overnight type shit. That shit is crazy. So and this is a tribute also to my underdog podcasters that even with that being said, I'm one of them that goes hard. They feminists, go super hard for the females, represent genuinely. And it's like we don't get no recognition at all. None. Not even a fraction of an inch at all. And a large percentage of the women's species, the female species, are the same ones that say it's not enough men supporting women. It's like it's a whole lot of indecisiveness going on. It's like it's a whole indecisiveness. It's like it's always, and it's not. It ain't got nothing to do with no specific zodiac sign of a woman. Like, I think that's just very much part of the female by nature species, that they just extremely indecisive. It's like it's never enough. You can do everything that is asked of you, everything under the sun that they describe of what they require for a man to be when that when a man is with them or in their life. Got a job, got a car, treat a woman right, cook, do the right things when no one's looking, for a fact, integrity, representing graciously. And it's still not enough. It's still not enough. And it's really sad, man. It's really, 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 really sad. And there's a lot of these women, not all, but a lot of them that do have these platforms, and they putting mixed messages out there. You got babies. You got these beautiful queens that looks up to these women. Even the kings that look up and want to hear this information that these full grown queens be spitting on a platform. But a large percentage of what they always want to put out there is negative, and it be indirect shots still towards the male species, even towards the good ones. They still be put in that little small tiny box with the rest of them. It's sad. And a large percentage of women always so quick to put it out there how it's not enough men supporting women. But then here it is, you got a large percentage that be coming, going like they in the building, and it's still like they recognize it, but it's still like, yeah, anyway, comparison or versus that of a woman that have a platform and that's representing women. So you can see indirectly it's still the battle of the sexes, low key. It's still the battle of the sexes. It's sad, man. But this episode here is episode 4. And the title of my episode is Support or Suspicion? Why women trust women more, even when men show up for them. Even when it's a strong showing and proving actual fact that a large percentage of men are showing and proving that they're showing up. It's really sad, man. Like, for real, man. Like, the truth about perception, trust, and why male allies get overlooked. Again, the truth about perception, trust, and why male allies get overlooked. This is not women don't appreciate good men. This is not what this is about. This is not about women don't appreciate good men. This is not what this is about. When women protect themselves emotionally, trust is earned differently depending on who's speaking. Representation feels safer when it comes from lived experience. So basically, when a woman understands a woman much more, of course, especially a woman that has experienced those type of experiences regarding whether if it was something that was extremely tragic, trauma, something real deep that a woman went through. And it's a large percentage of other women, for a fact, that can relate to that, of course. So they gravitate more towards the woman species. But because we're men, that doesn't mean that we don't understand your pain. We're human like you. We human. Don't think because we're masculine, or we was born masculine, that we don't understand. that we really, 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 really don't understand. Like, I'm a feminist. I'm deep on the inside. I'm a very compassionate soul, and passionate, of course, but compassionate soul. I have a really beautiful, soft heart. I can be very gushy inside. I can be very, very, very gushy inside. I'm a true Cancer, so I do love hard. I do have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. So for me personally, it I'm mind boggled. I get it though. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it's like a large percentage of us men that do exist out here that are really stand up good guys overall. We still getting the bad end of the stick, even indirectly. It's still the battle of the sexes. It's still the battle of the sexes. It's gonna always be that. That shit been happening since the beginning of the time, since the beginning of time, and it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. But there's also a deeper truth. Some men show up for women and still get treated like outsiders. Just got finished saying all of that from the beginning, even since a little short while ago, a couple of seconds ago. The reason why I'm having this episode, I'm getting a little emotional now. I don't, I'm gonna keep it together. But the reason why that I'm doing this episode, because it hits home for me as well. I came across a lot of women in my life that no matter how very decent of a part I played, it still wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And the answer is why. Let's break it down. The raw truth, multiple, and multi-layered. Lived experience versus support. So we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of why, even for the good men that always show up for women, that always support women, go hard for women, being a voice for women, go stupid hard, why we still get overlooked. I just said it so many times. Even reading some of this, it done spoke for itself. So here we go. Lived experience versus support. Women often, I just said it. Women often gravitate towards women because they lived it. They understand it. A male feminist way, support women, advocate for women, speak up for women, and a large percentage of the rest of them out there that exist. But we haven't experienced womanhood directly. Faced with the same pressures hand first, and that's the women. Some women think We support them, but we're not them. Again, some women, or I would say a good percentage, know that we support them, but at the end of the day, overall, they still feel we're not them, which we're not. That is a fact. But they take it and go too hard with it. They go too hard with it to the point where it deeply negates and minimizes a man's beautiful part that he had played during those movements for those beautiful women, or for women in general. And here go the historical gap. Here it is. The historical gap. Let's be real. Many women have experienced betrayal. It's coming. Dismissal or disrespect from men from so many long years. It's like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's a large percentage of really fucking moron fucking piece of shits that really fucked it up for a large percentage of us. I am telling you, they really have. And this shit is sad. This shit is really sad. It is. It just left a bad, super bad stigma and mark. And that creates a subconscious filter. So when a man shows up saying, I support women, some women hear, why? What's your angle? It's not always fair, but it's real. The perception of intent. And I was just saying in the beginning, I said a large percent. I said a good percentage of us that are feminists is some women. They do think like that. Like, I'm not doubting he's a feminist. I'm not doubting he's a true feminist. But overall, some women be like, what's your angle? There's no angle. A large percentage of y'all for so many long years always putting it out there of how men don't support you and be the voice for you and stand up for you, speak up for you, advocate for you enough. This is what the fuck y'all be saying. This is what y'all be saying. Make up your fucking minds. Respectfully. Make up your minds. Because that's beyond the definition of indecisive. That is horrible. Y'all put that narrative out there. Oh, we don't support y'all enough. We don't stand up for y'all enough. We don't advocate for y'all enough. We don't speak up for y'all enough. We don't protect y'all enough. But then when you have a large percentage or a decent percentage that does come out the woodworks and say enough is enough, let's go. Let's go. I'm with you. I'm not behind you. I'm standing right beside you. Let's go. And me, I'm a warrior. I'm G'd up to the feet up. Anybody who know me very well tell you. Like, we in this together. Bonnie and Clyde, of course, without the violence and without the the crime. But yeah, like, you know, we in the building. But it's like the indecisiveness, man. Like, gotta get that together. The perception of intent. It says, a woman advocating for a woman advocating for women, is seen as authentic, lived truth, safe. A man advocating for women is sometimes questioned as performative, seeking validation, trying to be liked. Even if that's not the case at all, that in a good percentage of those women mind, that's what they automatic go-to is, subconsciously. But guess what? You're never gonna heal. You're never gonna heal. This is no shade. You're never gonna heal. And I guarantee you, and most women that are still like that up to this day as I'm talking to y'all, they was like that 20 years ago or almost 30 years ago. I done met women, and not no women that I was getting with anything, but women, like one woman, an older woman. She was official, you know what I'm saying? I forgot her name, but sweet, very, very. She was overall. She was a sweet woman. When we started building about life, and then started building about, in general, our passings through life, coming across certain individuals or whatever. And when it came down to her turn and she was telling me about, her experiences and stuff. And then overall, I'm like, wow. And then I'm saying in the back of my mind, like, wow, well, this is deep. Like she's no disrespect, and respectfully, she's broken. She's broken. She's broken. And one of the parts that she told me that stuck out with me was when she told me that she haven't been with a man at all, not even dating wise. And one day she told me, when she got to the part that really had me like, wow, she told me she haven't been with a man in almost 20 years. Literally, in almost 20 years, not even dating wise at that. All the above. In almost 20 years straight. Wow. And she wasn't the only woman that I came across in life that told me something very similar to that she have not been with a man in that long. And the first thing that some women have said to me, different women, but said the same thing, it's by choice. But it's deeper than that. It's not just by choice because you just choose. Because, yo, you know how many, for a fact, good men that are out there that been existing for so many long years? They out there. That's a fact. Just like when you hear the real creepy thing that some women say where, oh, is there any good men left on the earth? Those are women that's extremely mentally torn apart. And like, you're never going to see happiness. You're never going to get to the starting place. The start. The little fraction of the, you're not even going to be able to touch the starting line. Because you won't allow yourself to be happy. It's good men out there. But you won't allow yourself to ever be involved with one. It's called self-sabotage. And it's a large percentage of women that does that. Self-sabotage their own happiness. And it's a large percentage of them as well that, to the point where they have done it so much to the point where they so much older, they so much older, to the point where they stuck in their ways. They can't change. They so stubborn, they so extremely deeply stubborn, viciously stubborn, that they're stuck in their ways and nothing can change them. Not even a professional of them talking to can change their minds. But when it gets to that point, that's on you, man. When you get to that point, that's on you, because you chose not to heal. Especially all those long years and times that you haven't been with a man. All those years and times that you have not been with a man yet, in so long. That's a prime example that you had way more than enough of ample amount of time to heal. Because ain't no man is in your way. Ain't no man is in only in your subconscious mind. You're torturing yourself. There's no man physically in your way. Why you think that is a large percentage of women that have these greatly success things going on with them? Banging car, banging house. Even if they're not a celebrity, average Joe, done very well for themselves. But they're still not happy. They're still not happy. Sad, man. You know how many women that I've seen on the outside looking in that pass one of my boys or that pass a male genuinely. He ain't trying to, it's plenty of times for a fact, a man ain't trying to get with a woman and greeting her in the morning. How's your day, ma'am? Good morning. How's everything? You're okay? How's everything going? How's your day so far, your morning? And automatically she'll look at him like with the laser beams, burning a hole through that man's soul. Or because he said good morning. How is your morning so far, ma'am? And she look like she wanna take his head clean off his shoulders. It's like how long y'all gonna keep holding on and playing that narrative? That's what you teaching the little ones, the little queens that look up to y'all. Y'all teaching them. That's what you do. That's the go-to, youngin. That's what you do. You hold on. You harvest those real tragic, catastrophic, deep feelings. Hold on to them for so long. You better hold on to them. Are you kidding me? That sounds crazy. That's what you teaching these youngins, these beautiful young ladies. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't let that go. You hold on to it. You basically telling that youngin to torture herself. You giving her the negative and the opposite wrong tools to teach her to basically torture herself, self-sabotage her happiness or what really possibly can be. When y'all females put that bullshit out there, that's exactly what y'all teaching them little ones. And then if you have sons, beautiful youngins, you teaching them and you showing them what they got to look forward to. You teaching your sons, or those youngins, those young males in general that look up to y'all. You teaching them that it's okay when a woman treats you like that, or when a woman treats men like that. It's okay. That's what you teaching them. Are you kidding me? That shit is disgusting, yo. Like, for real. So anyway, social media dynamics of 2026. This is the social media impact of how, when social media took off the way it took off, even more in this year as we talking about, how it skyrocketed and how it even though everybody's profiting off of it, but what it's doing to human being individuals is creating not so good people even more, or it's bringing a not so goodness that always been dormant in you. It's bringing that out even much more and showing more of that side. The algorithms, which is important, the algorithms push tribal content, identity-based communities. It's clicks. It's clicks. It's clicks. Everybody's in a clique. It's a digital war out there, indirectly. Y'all don't see that? Like, this one battling, this group is battling with that group. This group is battling with that group. Like this, and then when you do have the ones that is properly throwing the proper education out there, they're getting overlooked. Because why? The controversy is superseding the positiveness. You always hear what they say, controversy, besides sex sells. Controversy is one of the most brutalest things that, or type of energy and movement and wave that takes off, that everybody gravitates towards. Everybody love drama. It's like a love and hip hop. It's like the new improved love and hip hop. Then you got echo chambers. So women follow women and men follow men. And the content that feels in group spreads faster. Emotional safety factors. Some women feel safer opening up to women, of course. That's natural, of course. We just spoke about that way in the beginning. Less judged, that's how they feel. Less misunderstood. So they support platforms where they can feel seen without explanation. But that's not realistic neither. Again, so you're gonna keep painting the negative narrative, harvesting what was once, and with some females, is they still going through it. But for the ones that have not been going through that no more, but they still keeping that soul, they still keeping, for the ones that still keeping that negative narrative in the back of their minds and won't let it go for whatever reason. They are just so super gun ho about holding on to that. Like I said, I came across women that have not been with a man in almost 20 years. So it's like, wow, out of all them long years that a man have not been in your life at all, you had way more than enough time to heal. Way more than enough time to heal. But you haven't. Why? You haven't had a date in that long. Just that alone. You haven't had no male contact other than probably whatever males in your family that you are close with that you probably came across from time to time, or you do speak to. But far as like romantically or romantic wise, you haven't had a man in those many long years and you still feel like that. The hard truth, this is all of our moments, respectfully and graciously. Not all of it is justified. Some of it is. Selective support bias. Definition: only supporting voices that look like you, even if others are genuinely aligned. Projection bias. Definition: projecting past negative experiences onto new people who haven't earned it. Again, projection bias. Definition: projecting past negative experiences onto new people who haven't even earned it. Validation preference. Definition: preferring agreement from similar identities over truth from different ones. So basically, I'm a woman like you're a woman. I'm a woman like you're a woman, and even if you're wrong for a fact, I'm still jumping on the bandwagon with you because you're a woman. And we gonna stick together. Even if you can be 1,010% wrong, I'ma still jump on that bandwagon. Emotional gatekeeping. Emotional gatekeeping. Definition: deciding who is allowed to speak on an issue based on identity, not intention or substance. Signs of this behavior. Now here's the signs. If a woman supports women blindly but questions supportive men, that's a sign. Dismisses male perspectives automatically, that's another sign. Labels all male advocacy as performative. Only engages with the same gender voices. Doesn't acknowledge balanced viewpoints. Praises women for the same message she ignores from men. Listen to that. Praises women for the same message she ignores from men. That's not empowerment. That's bias with a blind spot. That's not empowerment. That's blindness. And that's biasness with a blind spot. That's not empowerment. That's bias with a blind spot. And I'm going to stop right there. I just really hope that a large percentage, even if not all, but a large percentage of women really heal. That's the only way that you're gonna have a new, clean, more beautiful beginning, a more clearer path ahead to look forward to. If you don't heal, you're gonna forever be brutally trapped within your own mind. A prison within your own mind for the rest of your remaining life. You ain't gonna know the true definition of be happy. And I want women to be happy. I want all y'all beautiful women. And it ain't about the looks. Beautiful hair and hair. Like I said, and all my, that shit turns me on. You can look as good as Halle Berry and Beyonce put together, but if you ugly here and here, real talk, I don't care how much of this you got and what you drive. I don't care about none of that stupid shit. If you ain't beautiful here and here, the rest of that shit don't mean nothing. I'm the type of nigga, I'll look at you up and down. Like you, like, real talk. Ask my people that know me, like, okay, you look good. Yeah. That's about it. But yeah, big shout out though to all my stand-up women, my women that's neutral. They love they men, especially they black men. They want to see us prosper still. They want to see us succeed. They want to see us win. Shout out to all my women, beautiful women, Caucasian sisters. The same thing. They love their chocolate. They want to see their men win. They want to see their men prosper. They want to see their men succeed. And all other women of color that just love their men, they good man, and they want to see their men prosper. They want to see their men succeed and become successful. So I'm gonna stop right here. Big shout out to everybody. I'm glad I did this. And I love you guys. Shout out to all my supporters, all my friends, you know, outside in real life. I ain't have friends. I don't have friends, but my people that's like family, put it like that. But as far as on social media, big shout out to YouTube, big shout out to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, of course. Big shout out to all the great women out there. Great in mind, of course, and here, you know, that really have they beautiful, genuine best interests, male best interests at heart. And they really implement that gracefully. Big shout out to y'all. Other than that, big shout out to East New York, of course. My loved ones, my kids, my family, and love, peace, and hair grease. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do wherever you at in the world where it's really cold. Like here up like it's March. And in New York right now it's about 20 something degrees. Facts. Like it feel like the beginning of damn winter. Literally. Like New York weather is crazy, but I love New York. I wouldn't change it for the world. This is my home. Anyway, so until next time, next episode gonna be, I already got it put together, and so it's gonna be a surprise though. But yeah, other than that, Big shout out to everybody, man. And love y'all. Love, peace, and hair grease. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do neither. Love, peace, and soul, man.